Hey folks, this sleek and efficient folding knife is the Spyderco Astute. With its compact size, comfortable handle, and impressive performances I've come to find in my sisal rope edge retention testing, it has quickly become one of my personal favorite everyday carry budget knives. The Astute is stylish. It's got a modern and minimalist aesthetic. It has a compact size, allowing for easy carry. The G10 scales have a peel-ply texture and offers a secure grip and excellent ergonomics, ensuring comfortable use. The blade is thin and slicey, and seemingly well heat-treated, based on my testing. The liner lock mechanism is reliable, and though I would have preferred better access, it is about as comfortable as I would expect from this knife. The detent is tuned very well, has a snappy action, and works well with the Spyderco round opening hole. I have no problems using this knife one-handed. The blade is satin finished HCR13 MOV stainless steel, but don't let that fool you because it can hold a keen edge for much longer than I expected it to. It sharpens up relatively easy too. Here it is next to the Spyderco Delica. And here it is next to the Mini Ritter, also known as the Ritter RSK MK1G2 Mini. Size-wise, it's pretty comparable to the Delica, with a major difference being the usable blade length, being much more on the Spyderco Astute. The same goes for the Mini Ritter. They're about the same size. You get much more usable blade on the Astute, and you also have a little bit more handle real estate on the Astute. The open length is just under 7 inches, and the blade length is just over 3 inches. The closed length is just under 4 inches. The blade width from the spine to the edge is about 7/8 of an inch, and the handle width is about 1 inch. The handle thickness is under 1/2 inch. The blade thickness is about 97 thousandths of an inch. Disassembly of the Astute is straightforward. It has Torx hardware, but all the heads are T6 all around. I wish they would have went with T8 for at least the pivot and the body screws, but it is a pretty small knife, so I think they wanted to keep a minimal aesthetic. There are phosphor bronze washers in the pivot, which I tend to prefer for reliability. My knives with bearings in the pivot tend to get gritty after a little while, and seem to need more regular cleaning to keep the action smooth. I use Chris Reeve fluorinated grease to lubricate the pivot of my knives with phosphor bronze washers. It helps to keep the action smooth and luxurious. I also use the blue Loctite on all my fasteners to keep the hardware from unthreading over time. I'd hate to lose a screw. One of the best things about HCR13 MOV is the ease of sharpenability. For the amount of edge retention, edge refinement, and edge stability you can get out of this steel, sharpening really is a breeze. You can see me sharpening the Astute with my KME fixed angle sharpening system. My grit progression is 140, 300, 600, and 1200 with the KME diamond stones. I love the KME for its stability, price, and the relatively easy to find diamond stone replacements at reasonable prices. After sharpening, I'll use my Gunny Juice diamond stropping emulsion at 6 micron, 3 micron, and 1 micron. I get pretty good results with this stropping progression, and very nearly mirror polished edges. In case you haven't seen it yet, in my last video I did a sisal rope cut test with the Spyderco Astute. It got 280 cuts, which is way more than what I was expecting. All in all, I'd say the Astute is an excellent everyday carry folder for the price. But nowadays, Spyderco has a lot of competition in the budget knife market. Civivi comes out with several folding knives a year, right around this price point of $58. What sets this knife apart from those knives, in my opinion, is the blade and the steel. The geometry of the blade is right up my alley with its sliciness, and the acute piercing tip is useful to me. I also think it's clear to me that Spyderco is doing something special with their HCR13 MOV. There's a good reason they have been using it on the Spyderco Tenacious since 2008. They push that steel to the absolute limit and make a knife with it that can cut as well as much more expensive knives. Thanks for watching, my friends. I hope to catch you in the next one.